Alright, so this is my Space Dragon Emperor Galazoid Duel Seiger deck. In this build, I'm doing the reverse thing. Instead of Duel Seiger being the buddy, I'm having him in the main deck, and I'm having Space Dragon Emperor as my buddy. He has a usefulness in the deck because I use Flame Dragon Emperor, Ice Dragon Emperor, Rock Dragon Emperor, and Thor Dragon Emperor in the deck. So I can pretty much max out his Soul Guard ability. So he'll be the buddy for the deck. And since I'm not going to use him as much as I'm going to use Duel Seiger, he's just taking up the extra space that I need to complete the deck, right? So, where's Flame Dragon? I got 4 Flame Dragon Emperor. If I control size 3 monster on my field, I can discard this card to deal 1 damage to my opponent. Now I can manage to come up with a way, obviously, like some card combos where I can discard this 10 times. I could win a duel instantly, right? FTK, OTK, right? But if I managed to have 4 of these in my hand, that's 4 damage right off the bat. Can't argue that. Then I have Ice Dragon Emperor, Glacis. Well, I have a size 3 monster. If my opponent attacks my monster, I can nullify the attack by discarding this card and paying 1 life. So, gotta love that. Storm Dragon Emperor. If I have a size 3 monster in my field, I can discard this card from my hand, pay 1 gauge, and destroy 1 item or spell card on the field. So it's kind of like the MST of the deck, right? I have Rock Dragon Emperor, Ragos. If I have a size 3 monster on my field, I can discard this card and gain 2 life. So if I have a way of constantly adding my Rock Dragon back to my hand, I can keep gaining life. And of course, the mighty Duel Martial Arts Dragon Emperor Duel Seiger. Pay 3 gauge. Put 2 Dragon Lord cards from my hand into the soul. It's a double attacker with Soul Guard, Lifelink 5, 2 crits, 7k attack, 7k defense power. Of course, he's a size 3. If he manages to get defeated, and I have Duel Seiger Spartan in hand, I can summon Duel Seiger Spartan, nullifying the lifelink of Martial Arts Dragon Emperor Duel Seiger, pay 3 gauge, and put Martial Arts Emperor Duel Seiger from my drop zone into my Duel Seiger Spartan's soul for his Soul Guard effect, of course. And he's a double attacker, 3 crit, 8k power, 8k defense. And of course, the ultimate form of Duel Seiger is Tempest Enforcer, 12k power, 12k defense, 3 crits. I can summon this when Duel Seiger Spartan is destroyed. Nullify the lifelink of Duel Seiger Spartan, pay 3 gauge. To summon this, no Soul Guard, but it has Penetrate, triple attack, and lifelink. Lose, which is he's defeated, I automatically lose. It's a hefty price to pay, but it's worth it. Now, once you get to Duel Seiger Tempest, obviously that's 3 attacks right there. Can't argue with that. Them results. And if you equip Burning Bow. You have 4 attacks you can use, so definitely can't go wrong with that. Life points is important, especially with the lifelink aspect. So Dragon Dreams, gain 3 life. I've been waiting for a card like this, and it's like, oh yes, finally they made it. Because this deck definitely requires it, since great size 3 is very important in this deck. Especially Duel Seeker. We have Great Talent Dragon Formation. Spell card, cast cost, pay 2 life. Search your deck for a size 3 Dragon Lord, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Spam, right? If you have 2 of these, you can get Seiger and Seiger Spartan's form. And you already have the setup. Then you can play the next card, which is Rise and Fall of Dragons. By paying 2 life, you can put the top 4 cards of your deck into your gauge. Now you can afford 3 gauge costs to summon Martial Arts Dragon Emperor Duel Seeger. And then you can add from your hand up to 2 Dragon Lords from your hand up onto Duel Seeger as into his soul for his soul guard ability. And if he does manage to get defeated, you can summon Duel Seeger Spartan. A little trick I like to do, because I would want to get up to Duel Seeger Spartan and even get to Duel Seeger Tempest Enforcer, is that I won't give Duel Seeger Martial Arts Dragon Emperor no souls, because I want him to get defeated. So in the combo of using Great Talent Dragon Formation to help you, like 2 of them, to make sure you have your Duel Seeker and your Spartan, because hopefully you already have your Tempest in hand. You'll use Rise and Fall of Dragons to fill up your gauge. Then you can afford to drop Martial Arts Dragon Emperor Duel Seeker. Once he gets defeated, then you can drop Duel Seeker Spartan. Spartan will grab Duel Seeker Martial Arts Dragon Emperor Duel Seeker and turn it into a soul. Then we have Soul Guard, and it basically, it's like free of charge. Now you don't have to give up Dragon Lord monsters from your hand. I mean, the Soul Guard thing makes it just harder. Your opponent has to work harder to beat your Martial Arts Duel Seeker, and then you end up dropping Spartan. Now, if the goal obviously is to make your opponent waste up a lot of his effects, then go right ahead. But I'm trying to transform, as it were. So I want to make sure that I get to the 2nd and 3rd forms. And I have, of course, the Impact card, Evil Crusher Steel Dragon Barrage. When you have a size 3 monster, when you control size 3 monster, and your opponent has no monster inside the field, you can deal your opponent 4 damage. So obviously, if you manage to play 2 of these, and you discard 2 Flame Dragon Emperor, that right there is 10 damage. Right there is game alone. Of course, I mentioned Burning Bow earlier. You pay 2 gauge to equip it. You can attack with this card even if you have a monster in your center, and I tend to put my Duel Seeker into my center, obviously. And there's the buddy, and there's the flag, of course. And that's the end of the deck profile.